Good morning, class. We're going to be focusing on some skills with CorelDRAW today. We're going to be working with CorelDRAW 2017. You should have that on your computers. If you don't, let me know. We're going to be drawing the Captain America logo. Can't even know my logos here, so we're working on just making some basic shapes. Then we're going to talk a little bit about just freehand drawing with node editing. We'll go from there. So it's pretty simple. Silver star, blue, red, silver, red. Okay. So what we're going to do here, excuse me, is we're going to open up CorelDRAW 2017, wait for it to load. And then after we do this, I should also say we're also going to do the Superman logo, and we're going to do that with a trace bitmap. So we're going to take a new document. We want to have a width of 12, height of 6. We're going to work in a primary color mode of RGB. Make sure that's there. You could put a name on right now. Doesn't really matter. Hit OK. And you're going to get your drawing stream like so. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take a circle. We're going to draw a circle. And up here on the top, we have this little lock key. If I change this to be 1.75 right away, or excuse me, I'm actually start with 1.5. We're going to get, it's going to change both measurements at once because they're locked together. They're going to have the same ratio. I want to unlock this because I want my circle to be exactly 1.5 by 1.5. Okay, that's the first thing we're going to do. Now, down here at the bottom, we have a couple things. We have the fill on the right. We also have fill things over here. So if I want this to be black, I can just change it to being black. It actually needs to be blue. And then we have our width of our outline here. I'm going to go with no outline. Okay. And then we can take it just fine there. And then we're going to take this object, top, align and distribute, center to page. Okay. So this is just kind of get us started here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here to what's the polygon tool. If we click on the little arrow, it'll bring up a chart. We can click on the star. Star is a little hard to draw here because we have to, there's no easy way to size it perfectly to exactly, because if you do 1.5, the stars aren't exactly perfectly dimensioned together. So we kind of go kind of slowly about this. And we're going to bring it over to one edge. It's touching there and there. Bring it over to this edge. It's touching there. It's not touching there. Touching at the top. We'll try dragging it down a hair. Now it's not touching there. Bring it over. See, still in there. Bring it over. It's still in there. Perfect. Okay. Our star is going to be silver. We'll do up here. We'll use like 10% black. Okay. That's the mode we'll use. And we have our 2 there. Okay, come up here to the arrow tool, because otherwise I'm going to draw another star. I'm going to click and drag over the whole thing. Then I'm going to right click here, and I am going to group these objects. Right now, if I click on this, it moves everything completely together. Okay, so I'm going to click and move this off the side. That's the start of our drawing. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to draw another circle. If you remember from before, we were at 1.5 and 1.5. Enter. Okay, object. Align and distribute, centered page. Okay, now let's do that again here. Draw another circle. We're going to go 0.75 over, so it'll be 2.25 by 2.25, and then object, align and distribute, center to page, and perfect. We got that right there. Now, once again, still on the circle tool. Sorry, I just had a visitor pop in here. So click on the pointer tool, drag over both, and I'm going to right click. This time we're not going to group objects, we're going to combine them. What that does is it makes it one object, so it's nothing in the middle on the outside. And if I click over here to the red, it's going to turn red. And we're also going to get rid of our pen once again here. So I'm going to come over here, width, none, and we have no outline. So if I click on this object right now, object, line distribute, center to page, already centered the other one, so we can see we have this all put together nice and neatly. I'm going to go over the whole top. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to group objects. Okay. So now they all move together. Control Z, so they go back to the center. You don't know. Okay, well, you guys are gonna hear that I'm blaming Mr. Kettlehut for bothering me in my videos today, because that's what he keeps on popping in. I'm gonna click on my circle here right now. I am going to make a outline of this. And so what we're gonna do this time is gonna do a little different. Instead of drawing a circle and a circle, I'm going to go object here. I am going to go shaping. I'm gonna come all the way down here to a boundary. It's gonna make a boundary around the outside. Okay, I'm gonna take this boundary, drag it over, get rid of my circle. And we're going to go back to the middle again. Object, align and distribute, center to page. Oops, I was still selecting that one. My bad. Select this circle. Object, align and distribute, center to page. draw another circle here. And this circle is going to be, it was 2.25, so it'll be 3 by 3, object, align and distribute, center to page. And once again, as always, we go over the whole thing. We combine. This one's going to be that silver, so we'll go to 10% black over here. And then we want to get rid of our width around here. None. Okay. Bingo. Click on our object, align and distribute, center to page, and over the top, group objects. Okay. One more circle to make. Object, shaping, boundary. Okay. Move boundary, move that out of the way. Boundary, object, align, distribute, center to page. Okay, 3 by 3. We're going to draw another circle. This one's going to be 3.75 by 3.75. Another thing we can do here is I can right click on this. I can go, excuse me here. We can't do it from here. Okay, object, align, distribute, center to page. Zoom out. Drag over the whole thing. Combine, and we'll make this one red. Get rid of our pen here. None. Okay. Click on this. Object, align, distribute, center to page, and group objects together. We have a completed Captain America logo. Okay. Let's drag this over here for a second. And if I want to, I could go object, align, distribute, center to page vertically. So now it's just up and down this way. And I'm going to talk a little about freehand drawing. So if we come over here to the freehand tool, I want to draw a shape around the outside. Woo! Just some dumb shape, doesn't really matter. Connect it back together at the end. Okay. We have a freehand object here. If I double click on any spot here on the nodes, or I come up here to the node editing tool and I click on these, it's going to give me some options. If I click on one like this and I don't like it, I can delete it. I have nodes like this. I can drag these arrows and change the directions of the nodes. Okay. I can change the directions. I can go in. Maybe I don't like these ones. I can hold Control and select multiple at a time. Delete them all. Maybe I want to add a node here so that I can drag something out. Maybe I want to move that like so. Also, right now you can see that both arrows on either side of the node move together. Maybe I want to make it sharp. I can come up here to cusp node. That means I can make them move differently. So I can make sharp angles. I could come up here like this one, and I can make it a straight line segment. So now it's a straight line from there to there. Straight line. Okay, bingo, bango, bongo, just like that. Move it once again. We got some different nodes and stuff. And we have a shape. Doesn't really matter, just fiddling around with editing nodes. I'll talk more about that later if you need to use it. Let's say I want to make this blue around the outside. And if I do it, see how it's filled up? And we're blocking our logo. Okay, one more thing to do. I right click on this. Oops, we got to get out of it, sorry. Go back to my pointer, right click on this, order to back of page, it'll move it to the back, and now we have it in front of our the Captain America logo is in front, so we can actually see it. So that's just a basic overview of a lot of the tools on Corel Draw in terms of creating your own objects. But we're going to do another one here. Next video will be on image tracing.